we'll begin while we're here. If there might be just a couple of things I may have to repeat for someone. For example, the particular breath that we're going to do a couple slightly different breath works, but the particular one we're doing today, only people who it's not suited for is anyone who's pregnant. So anyone who's pregnant, it's not suited for. Other than that, we're all good. With the breath work, if that is the case for anyone, just saying it because in case someone's watching on the recording as well, you'll still be able to follow along with the journey. Just connect, just casual, gentle, easy breaths, and just stay along with the awareness, the focus, and the journey, just not going into the breath work that I suggest throughout. That's all. So thank you to those who've joined throughout the whole journey. And thanks to those who are joining today for today's session. So today's session is we're going into the center here and the center here. So we're into the higher centers. So we're more of a meditative, connective space, connecting to our health vision. This is what today's about. Connecting, generally connecting, and also connecting to the vision of our health, changing our health story. We often have a lot of stories around our health, things that certain beliefs that don't necessarily match our desire or the way in which we wish to live or a lifestyle in which we wish to proceed in. So for example, some people are like, oh, I'm too old for it now. Or it could be, I don't like exercise, but I really want to get in shape. Or whatever it is, these type of beliefs that we hold, or I've just never been good at core work. My core's not strong. These type of things that never serve. I'm not suggesting we change a story where we go to something. Sometimes it's to jump from that to go, oh, I love exercise and it doesn't matter, whatever, I can overcome anything. And okay, that sometimes is a big shift. So we're looking at taking it from a negative charge to something that's much more neutral and conducive and honest to ourselves when we're actually truly honest. For example, are we too old for that? Or do we believe we're too old? Typically, if we believe we're too old. I have lots of clients in their 70s and 80s that can move in certain ways, where I have people in their 30s that don't have the same movement patterns. So this is not always the case. So these type of things are very important to look at. We might even look at shifting something from I don't like exercise to I'm learning to enjoy exercise. It might be hard to go from I don't like to I love. Because I'm not asking for lies. I'm not asking for something you don't really experience yet. I'm interested in what you're experiencing and living within. But shifting something that no longer serves, that just hinders oneself, this vision. And often what I found fascinating through working with all kinds of people through transformations, you can get different types. So when I was much more physical focused, we'd have people that would lose all kinds of weight, change their body shape dramatically, do things that they couldn't do, run a half a marathon, or go and never done a 5K before and ran a 5K, or go and compete in an event, things that they never did, and move their bodies in ways, look completely different. But you'd get still two different things. Some people that generally feel better, feel amazing, enjoying it more, happier, it transfers in their life, with their family, more whatever it is. And then you get others where, yes, there's still some health benefits and some benefits, but no longer feel much different in the sense of still, no, I don't feel like I need to still lose a little bit here, or I'm just not quite comfortable, or I still can't do what I would like to do. So for me, it's really important that not only do we have this physical change in our life, that we also have this emotional, energetic, mental shift within our life, because then it transfers into everything we do. So enough of me speaking, I can say things and tell someone what they should or shouldn't, or what they could or couldn't do and think like. But this is not for me to project onto anybody how we should or shouldn't think and feel and look at our health. Instead, I want one to experience the connection to what I like to call the inner coach, the CEO, the really in charge. When we connect to this place within ourselves, we can start to see what's best for us and go beyond this idea of likes and dislikes, right? Go beyond this idea of these illusions that we put up that are not necessarily truthful. And some of this might make sense, it might not, but as we go through it, we'll see. So those who have joined for the whole journey, today's session, we will be working up each center, but the focus is on the higher centers. We'll work up each point because everything affects the other. Right? It's all happening together. So you'll see. So we're going to start right in our base. Today's session is very limited, not limited movement, little movement, very inner perspective and meditative focused and breath focused. So without me talking too much more, let's get on with it. Let's enjoy this session. So we're going to start. Have the option, if possible, to lay down. So if possible, you want to be able to have the option to lay down. Not necessarily right now, but just if you could, just give everyone a moment just to create a space where they can lay down if possible. If not, as long as we're able to sit extremely comfy, this is okay. But if you are going to sit throughout this session, especially when we get a little bit further in, make sure that you are really comfy in that seated position. It's not one where you're kind of half okay, but not completely feeling comfy in your hips and your back and your spine. But we're going to start, though, in a seated position. And we're going to start with our feet nice and wide here. And we're going to begin by just windscreen wipers with the hips. And I want us to focus our attention in our hips. And just let out this sigh. Just deep breath in. Just sighing out. So we just gently connect to our hips. And just notice them. These foundations. Just allowing the breath, connecting with the breath. No pauses between the inhale and the exhale. You can breathe in through the nose or through the mouth at this moment. It's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with for this particular breath. You're just sighing out. As you exhale, as if you're exhaling through the hips. You're inhaling into the hips, nice deep inhale. And then just sighing out the breath, dropping it down as you bring the knees as close to the ground as you're able to. Don't have to force it. Just following the breath, letting these hips move. Deep breaths. Letting out that sigh. Just releasing any tension. And letting yourself know that you're safe and secure in your body. You're safe and secure to let go. You're grounded, you're rooted, you have solid foundations. You're working towards greater and greater mobility within your hips. So if the hips feel tight, instead of my hips feel tight, I'm getting greater and greater mobility within my hips. With each rep, with each breath. Little by little, greater and greater mobility within the hips. My lower body keeps me grounded. I have strong foundations within the lower body. Or, remember what we just said, we're working towards strong foundations in the lower body. Keep here, just moving those hips. Following the breath, those big sighs, really let those sighs out. Sighing it out if we can. Fantastic. Bring the legs back to neutral. We're going to cross them in a meditative posture. Hands on our knees. And we're going to swivel the hips. And again, still that same breath. Deep breath in, just let it out. So just allow ourselves to stir the pot up at the base of our spine, the bottom of our hips. Stir this pot, deep breaths. Just keep with that sigh, that let it out. It might even make you yawn a little as you drop the breath that low. And if it does, allow that yawn to open up. No resistance to anything. Non-resistance. Just whatever comes up, just feeling through it. Feeling is the language of the body. So we're just taking a moment to really feel what's going on. Keep with the breath. Try not to have any pauses between the inhale and the exhale. Remember, you're in charge. So you can put the foot on the accelerator or take it off. But at this moment, nice and gentle, no force, just feeling grounded in the body. Notice the ground beneath you. Notice how you can trust the ground beneath you. Let go of tension, even in the feet. You might not realize it. They might be gripping on slightly. There's some kind of resistance there. Good. Then you're going to go the opposite direction. Twisting those hips in the opposite direction. Deep breaths. Sign it out. Allowing that sigh to happen. With each sigh, you feel yourself sinking further and further into the ground. Greater trust in the foundations of your body. Falling in love with your legs or allowing you to get around. Falling in love with your hips. For all that they do. Deep breaths. Come back to center. Take a deep breath in. Hold it just for a moment. Just take a few moments just to hold the breath. Settle the mind, relax the body. And then we're just going to let out one big sigh. To release it all. From here, we're going to straighten the legs. Straighten the legs right out. And you're going to bring the toes towards you. As far towards you as possible. So really bring that toe towards you as much as you can till you feel the slight stretch. You breathe in. And you're going to sigh out and tilt those toes down. Hopefully you can see. So you tilt those toes down, really as far forward as you can as you exhale. You inhale. Bring them towards you. Relax those shoulders. Exhale. All the way down. Inhale. Bring them towards you. And make sure you're just doing enough so there's a slight stretch. If you want, you can even sit a little further forward, which will bring the stretch further in those hamstrings. So you inhale, and then big exhale. Inhale. Big exhale. Feeling that here. Five more here. 4 more. And if you notice throughout, occasionally you can keep the eyes mixture of open and closed at this point. But when you can, close the eyes and just feel within, feel what's going on. Build that relationship with the body. One more breath, deep breath in, big exhale. Drop it all the way forward. Fantastic. You're going to bring the feet flat to the ground. Just some little taps on the ground. And then just push the feet down. Know you can trust in the ground beneath you. Just some little small stamps. Stay with the breath still. And just stamp out any tension, anything going on. But just know you can trust in the ground. Trust in these foundations. That which is holding you up. A couple more here. One more. Brilliant. Bring the legs forward. Just give them a little shake. Shake them out. Give them a little shake. Let them move. Let them go completely loose. Now you can just trust to just let go. Just let them go. Shake them out until you feel it up into the hips. Fantastic. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. From here, we're then going to come onto all fours. Come here. From here, we're going to breathe into the belly. And as you breathe into the belly, allow the belly to drop to the ground. And as you exhale, allow the belly to come up. So you inhale. I'm showing you with my hand, the belly drops down. As you exhale, the belly comes towards the spine. So just try this. This time we're breathing more as a whoo sound, so more. Again, no pauses between the inhale and the exhale, keeping the breath circular, cycling the breath. And just keeping your attention just below your belly button. Just breathe into your belly. Breathe into the flow. Just like the wave of the ocean. Wave coming in, wave coming out. Just keeping this circular flow, this continued flow between the inhale and the exhale. Just allowing this flow to happen. So you breathe into the belly, relaxing the shoulders, keeping the attention, the awareness in the tummy. Breathe into your core. Just breathe into the center. A few breaths here. 3, 2, 1. We can either stay in this position, or if anyone feels up for it, we can drop into a plank position and breathe into the core here. Just breathe into that core. Just allow the breath to flow through while holding. If you need to drop the knees down at any point, please do so. But if you can stay there, fantastic. Just breathing into the core. Breathing here, allowing the breath to flow. A few more breaths here, 5 more. Just allowing that whoosh out. Good, keep going. Couple more breaths. Last one. Excellent. Dropping the knees down. Slowly, slowly coming back to a seated position. Taking our time. Placing our hands on our tummy. And just breathe into the tummy. You can do this laying down instead if you're uncomfortable in a seated position. It's up to you. Breathe into the tummy and let out a... Breathe into the tummy. Let out a big whoosh. And allow this to continue. Closing the eyes, I invite you to look within, keeping the awareness in the tummy. Notice any stories you have about your tummy, your stomach, your gut. Gut is the first brain, the instincts. So how would you like to feel? What relationship would you like to have with your gut, with your tummy? Maybe listen a little more to it. It's always communicating. Maybe more compassion. Whatever it is. Learning to fall in love with the tummy, with the core of your being. The core belt from the tummy all the way around, even in the lower back. Just changing the story. The core supports me. The core gives me strength, stability. My core is getting stronger. I'm more aware of my core, my center. I'm just allowing this to flood into the tummy. We hold a lot of emotions in the tummy, in the gut, allowing ourselves to feel, allowing myself to process and feel whatever comes up in my tummy, whatever's sitting there. Just allowing this breath to continue, cycling the breath. No force, but no pauses between the inhale and the exhale. Feel that core. Feel the flow. Feel the creativity within you. Committing to strengthening the core, creative movement, stability, good gut health. Take a big deep breath in here. Allow the tummy to expand. Hold the breath for just a few moments. Holding the breath, settling the mind, keeping the awareness in the core. And just giving thanks for all that it does. As we exhale. And from here, you can stay seated if you really wish, but I invite you to lay down. Just lay down for a moment. Let the breathing return to normal for a few moments. As you begin to focus your attention in your solar plexus. So just below your chest, right at the top of your abdomen. Just keep your awareness there. Naturally and normally for a moment. And I invite you, when you're ready, to place your hands on your rib cage, just at the side of you. And I invite you to again circle the breath, no pauses between inhale and the exhale. I invite you to allow the breath to go a little bit deeper than you would normally breathe. And allow it to expand the rib cage out like a balloon, opening up the rib cage. Allow the breath to allow the body to expand, be expansive into that solar plexus. Deep breath in and let it go. Deep breath in, fully in, and let it go. Again, through the nose or through the mouth at this stage. It's entirely up to you. Allow yourself to breathe deep. Connect to your power, connect to your strength. Connect to your ability to overcome. Connect to your ability to push, to pull things towards you. Connect to your ability to be strong. Have a strong intention, a strong will. And allow the breath to increase a little bit more. We're going to do 10 really deep breaths, deeper than you've ever breathed in your life. Just fully in, let it go. Real strong breaths. Connect to that strength within you. Connect to that warrior spirit within all of us. Fully in, let it go. Effortless effort, no force. No force. Just effortless effort. Being completely active while also simultaneously completely allowing. Therefore in alignment. Able to come any obstacle within your path. Just a few more breaths here. Big deep breath in, deep breath out, fully in, fully out. One more, all the way in. Let just a little bit of the pressure out, just a tiny bit, and hold the breath. Just hold the breath here, relax the body, keep your attention in the solar plexus. Relax the whole system. You're in charge. Let the body do what the body's capable of doing. If you need to breathe, then breathe naturally and normally. But you're good. Plenty of oxygen within the system. This is allowing the carbon dioxide to build back up again. Any sensations that happen within the body, any tingling, any lightheadedness, it's okay. We're shifting the chemistry within the body. Influencing the vascular system, the neurology. And just allow yourself to surrender further and further into your will, into your ability to influence your own system, to be your own chemist, your own electrician, your own plumber of your own system. Good, and everyone, you're going to take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe in, just going to breathe in, drive all the way up to the top of your head. Bring the breath up all the way up to the top of your head. Squeeze and hold for a few moments. Just hold it there. Enjoy bringing the oxygen all the way up to the brain. Squeeze and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And we're going to do another round of that. We're going to breathe fully in like a wave. Fully in, letting go. Breathing into the rib cage, expand the rib cage. Remember, the breath is the life force, that which has given us life. Trust in that. Connect to that. Connect to the life force and allow more life force into your body. You're worthy of the breath. Connect to your strength, to your power center, to your ability to influence, to your ability to take action, to get it done, to go do that which you set your mind to. Breathe into that. No force, effortless effort, but go into the depths, really allowing yourself to breathe more than you've ever breathed in your life. Allow more. We're not hyperventilating here. We're over breathing. We're not panicking. We're in control. We're in charge. No worry. You're in charge of the breath. You're the master of your own breath. Fully in, letting go, leading from the tummy if you can, and allowing it to expand the rib cage, expand the diaphragm. Expand that diaphragm with each breath and go whatever pace you feel comfortable with. We're not trying to rush it. We're just trying to go deep breaths, full breaths, break past those mental barriers that would normally hold us back. Breathe through them. You're over halfway. Keep going with the breath. Fully in, let it go. Connecting to that will, that strength. As I said, you're in charge. You're in charge of your health story. You're in charge of your health vision. Receiving the energy, energizing the body to be able to do so, being able to influence deep within the vascular system, the nervous system, the neurology, the chemistry. A few more breaths here, fully in, letting go. Fully in, letting go. Fully in, letting go. Last one. Going to breathe fully in, let just a little pressure out, and hold the breath. Just connect to the silence. Plenty of oxygen within your body, more than capable of holding. Any point you need to breathe, you return to natural, normal breathing. But you'll be surprised as you just let go, surrender, connect to the silence. It speaks within the silence. It's where you hear it. No suggestion, just experience within yourself. Feel that connection. So your inner knowing, feel it there. The inner strength, influence in the system. Allow, what does health feel like? Allow that feeling to be generated through your whole body. What does strength feel like? What does willpower feel like? What does courage feel like? Feel it. Allow these emotions to be felt, to be expressed deep within the system. Whenever you need to, you're going to take a big deep breath in. Drive the oxygen up to the top of your head. Squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Just let the breathing settle for a moment. Keep the awareness in the solar plexus. Notice the subtle changes, the subtle sensations in the body. You're good. You're secure. You're safe. Feel. Just be for a moment. When you're ready, you're going to place your hands on your heart. Placing those hands on your heart. You're going to take a breath into your heart space. And as you exhale, you're going to exhale as a like a accomplished breath, like you've just accomplished something, you just achieved, you just sat down and completely letting go. Just a deep breath into the chest, into the heart space, and just let go of any tension, any stress. Take a deep breath into the heart and let go. Just keep cycling this. Allow that sound to be released. So keep cycling the breath. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Allowing yourself to connect to your heart. Connect to your truth. Go through the 4 chambers of the heart. Knowing that your cardiovascular and fitness is able to improve it every day, any day. Expanding your lung capacity. Falling in love with exercise, with movement, with good food. Connecting to your intuition, your inner tutor, the inner tutor within you. Connecting to your knowing, to your truth. Going beyond likes and dislikes and into deep what's best for you. What's the most loving way to perceive your body, to perceive your health, to perceive your movement, to perceive even your exercise schedule. No longer exercising because you feel you have to. No, you get the opportunity to express and celebrate this wonderful body of yours. Keeping with the breath. In the end, and just letting it go. Connecting to the relief. Letting go of the resentment for doing things we feel we have to do. That it's a chore. Remembering that it's playful. Movement is playful. Seriously playful and playfully serious. Perfect balance. So continue to connect to your heart, connecting to the breath. No pauses between the inhale and the exhale. Enjoying that relationship with your heart that you've been cultivating. Allowing yourself to sink deeper and deeper into the heart space. Allowing it to just bring balance, to bring harmony. No need for any extremes. Just balanced, open, honest. Breathing in through here. Allowing that breath. Couple more. And take a big deep breath in. Hold the breath just for a few moments. Focus your attention, your heart. Notice it beating. Notice it pumping blood around your body. And whenever you need to, you let out one more. Just allow it to sigh through. Allow the breath to return to normal. Breathing naturally and normally. Roughly 4 seconds in, 4 to 6 seconds out. Settling the system. Feeling into the body. Introspection. Inner exploration of the system, of the body, of the breath. Allowing the mind to be meditative. Letting go. There's distractions around. Use them to allow you to go further within. Making the commitment to make every effort to keep your temple of life healthy. Knowing it's always there. You're always home when you're within the body. Looking inward. We're working in right now. You're going to allow yourself to tilt your head slightly back. Just allow the chin to come up. Whether you're laying or seated. You're going to relax the jaw. And you're going to breathe in through the nose. And you're going to exhale through allowing it through the throat, through the mouth. Just allow this release to happen. If anyone wishes, you can do the inhale and the exhale through the throat. Tilting the head back, opening up the front of the neck, and just relaxing that jaw. And then allowing the breath back in through the throat. Opening up that jaw. Let go of perfection. Let go of, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? And just go with it. Go with feeling. The key here is just to open up the jaw. Breathe Allow the air to express freely through the throat, through the mouth, releasing any blockages within the neck, connecting to your word, strengthening your word, to your truth, to your expression. As we open up this center, we open up the ability to strengthen what we say. Therefore, if we say we're going to exercise on Monday morning, we exercise on Monday morning. We have the ability to say and to put that into action. Strong word. If we say this is no longer good for me, it's no longer good, it doesn't serve anymore. We have the strength of the word to stay committed to that. So just connect to the strength of your word. Your ability to stay truthful to what's best. Not what anyone else thinks what's best for you, what you think's best for you, what you know is best. More so. Not just what you think is best, what you know is best. Breathing through that throat. Allowing the breath to be expressed freely, openly, authentically. Through the throat. Again, no pauses between inhale and the exhale if possible. Just allowing this release. Releasing through the throat. When you're ready, you're going to bring the head back to a neutral position. You're going to breathe naturally and normally for a few breaths. Just regaining your center, noticing the subtle sensations, the subtle shifts within the body already. Anything that's new. And then I invite you, when you're ready, to place your fingertips over your closed eyelids. Just gently, no force, no pressure. Just gently placing the fingertips over the closed eyelids. And just breathing in through the nose if possible. If not possible, no worries. But if possible, breathing in and out through the nose. And as you breathe in through the nose, imagine breathing up through each center. So breathing up from the root, through the tummy, through the solar plexus, through the chest, through the throat, all the way up into your forehead. And just looking between the eyebrows, fixing the gaze, even though the eyes are closed, fixing the gaze between the eyebrows, as if you're looking inward at yourself. Stay with the breath, circling the breath, but circling up through the root, through the central channel of the spine, all the way up to the top of the head, and then exhaling out through the nose and letting it drop back down. And then allow it to circle again. Just allowing the breath to cycle through at your own pace, no rush, no force, no effort. Just effortlessly enjoying the breath, enjoying each sip of the breath. So you keep your hands over those closed eyelids. No force, no pressure, just gently resting. And just looking within. Going beyond the illusions that we create for ourselves. Going beyond the limiting beliefs, ideas, and constructs that no longer serve. And connecting to your health vision. How would you stand? Stay with the breath. How would you walk? How would you communicate? How would your body feel? Is that health vision of yours? Just notice. What type of movements, what way in which would you move your body? What kind of balance and mix would there be? And just stay with the breath and just feel into this. Don't have to have all the answers right now. Just begin to connect to your health vision. What that could be like. To be at optimal health for where you're at, not in comparison to anyone else, where you're at, your optimal health. What would that look like? What could that look like? Explore it. kind of foods would you eat? What attitude would you have towards fitness? What attitude would you have towards yourself and your own feelings? How would you treat your body? And just connect to this health vision. Staying with the breath. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms. Still breathing through here. Into a blank page. Fresh. As if you've just jumped into your body right now. Fresh. No past story. Letting go of it all. Letting go of the old chapters. No matter how great or not great it was. And being here right now, blank page. Rewriting your story. Rewriting your health journey. Rewriting the way you perceive, feel within your body and within movement, within fitness, within health. Keep with the breath, cycling the breath, knowing that health is the most valuable currency we have. Notice how you want to spend it, how you want to express it, how you want to view it, feel it, act upon it. Just feeling into that, connecting to the silence. If you're unsure, just connect deeper into the silence and be like, show me, what could that look like? How would I move, talk, flow? What kind of things would I no longer do? What would I do more of? How, which I would do it. Not just what, how. When, in what way? Feel that. Don't have to know it all now. Just connect to the feeling of that, which is more important. When you're ready, you can bring your hands out in front of you, outstretched in front. If you're sitting down, bring them up above your head. If you're laying down, bring them out in front of you. As if you're about to embrace something or someone. And from here, you're just going to breathe into the fingertips. Just allow it to enter from the fingertips, down the arms, down the shoulders, into your heart space. As you just connect to the breath, welcome in the inner knowing, the inner CEO. Just connect also to that which inspires you, that which is bigger than ourselves. Just connect to inspiration, the feeling of inspiration, inviting it in, surrendering to it. Surrendering to life itself. So you just stay with the breath, no pauses between the inhale and the exhale. It can be through the nose or through the mouth right now. If there's slight discomfort in the arms, no problem. If there's pain, relax them by your side. If it's just discomfort, keep the arms there. Keep with the breath. Inviting the breath in. Inviting connection in. Surrendering up. And the more we let go, the easier it becomes. Surrendering up to your true self, higher self, the greatest expression of yourself. Surrendering up to that which keeps your heart beating. Few breaths here. And then slowly, slowly bringing your arms by your side to a comfy position. And then you're going to breathe from every corner of your body. Breathing from the tip of your toes to the top of your head. Circling the breath, no pauses between the inhale and the exhale. Lead in from the root, so the breath comes into the root, into the tummy, then expanding in the rib cage. Again, let go of perfection though. Let go of doing it right or wrong. Just allow this cycle of the breath. Like a wave coming in, a wave coming out. Cycling the breath. Last commitment to the breath. Fully in, let it go. Just cycling it, no force, leading from the tummy, expanding then the rib cage, feeling within. Noticing the body coming alive, the cells coming alive, any tingling sensations and lightheadedness. Breathe into it. All is good. Relax the feet, the ankles, the calves, the legs, and just begin to scan your body while staying with the breath. Just staying with the breath. No pauses between the inhale and the exhale. If the mind wanders, just go back to the breath, no problem. Keep it circular. And then just begin to scan the body, starting at your feet. Just notice your feet that keep you grounded. Notice your feet that are the foundations, stability. Just relax your feet. Give thanks for your feet. And really feel it, not just say it, feel that thanks, that gratitude for your feet. And move up into your calves, into your shins. And just notice them there. They help you through movement, through walking, through running, jumping. Notice them. Give thanks for them. Just notice your shins and your calves. Just have gratitude there for your body, giving thanks. If there's any feelings towards them, just shifting the story around that. Being authentic and honest, but learning to fall in love with that particular area at any point. Then moving up to the knees, breathing into the knees, keeping the breath circular, no pauses, giving thanks for your knees. Sometimes you're not always too kind to them. They take a little bit of a battering often. So just giving thanks for the knees. May we have humility. Just feeling into that humility that we have for the knees. Humbling ourselves to all that they do, all the battering that they take for us. And be a little kinder to our knees. Taking a little bit of extra care not to put so much pressure on them, to make sure other parts of the body are loose and free so they don't have to take too much strain. Just breathing into those knees. And then your quads. And at any point of this, if you feel called to place your hands on the body parts, please do so. You can gently stroke, gently massage, anything. As long as you're staying connected to the breath, connected to feeling, not thinking your way through this experience, just feeling your way through. Placing your awareness on your quads and in your hamstrings, so on your thighs and the back of your legs. And just notice them. Notice the strength within them. Just give thanks for your quads, for your hamstrings, for all that they do. Breathing in here. If you feel they're strong, give thanks for their strength. If you feel they could get stronger, give thanks that you're getting them stronger every day. Each day you're working on their strength. Just breathing in here. Moving up to your hips. The glorious hips. Just breathe into the hips. Happy hips. And again, make the commitment to opening up and unlocking the hips little by little, day by day. Just give thanks to the hips, connecting the lower body with the upper torso, with the torso. Notice this connection point within the hips. Right here, connect, feel into primal nature, survival nature, eating, feel the feeling of eating to survive, moving to survive, drinking water to survive. Connect to this survival nature within you, this primitive nature for a moment. This first part, this first development of ourselves, the survival within us, the survivor as well. able to overcome even the most extreme challenges. Giving some thanks for that. And then moving up to your tummy, you can place your hands there if you want. Again, no pauses between the inhale and the exhale, but at your own pace, in your own way. Breathing into the sensations, breathing into the tummy. Just give thanks for your core. Give thanks for your belly, for your digestion, for your core strength, for your stability, for your flow, for your creativity. As we move into this pleasure center, not just eating for survival, eating for pleasure, because things just taste good. And notice what's really pleasurable. When the foods are truly pleasurable, where you feel true pleasure. Notice the pleasure from eating foods that sit well with your system, that feel good. Just as you connect to this pleasure center within the tummy. Also exercise. It's not just for survival because we have to. There's also some pleasure there. Something we get to do. We can express, be creative, learn new movements, new ways. Enjoy that. Enjoy the pleasure of movement, the pleasure of the breath, the pleasure of this moment right here, right now. Feel into it. Allow it to open up, to unlock. We move to the lower back. Just settling the lower back down. Letting it know to carry all the weight. Letting it know it's supported. Just allowing yourself to breathe into the lower back, giving the lower back some support, some care, some attention, some recognition. And notice as you do this, what starts to happen within the lower back is you just flood it with attention, with care, with recognition, with support. Flood the lower back with this. Don't overthink it, just feel it and notice what happens as you do this. And then moving to the upper back. Just allowing the upper back to relax, to let go, to release the tension. To no need to force things to be pulled towards you. Just allow the pulling towards you to happen. Breathing into the upper back. And just breathing into the diaphragm, chest, giving thanks for the chest area, for the heart, for the lungs, for the breath, for the cardiovascular system, for the blood pumping through your body, through your veins. Just giving thanks here. Breathing in here, enjoying that. Giving thanks for your inner knowing, your intuition, your inner tutor, your inner coach. Building a relationship with that. Giving thanks to the heart that's sending more signals to the brain than the brain sending to the heart. Giving thanks for the heart. Release this magnetic field that can be measured 8 meters in diameter around your body when it's in a state of coherence with the brain. This happens by just paying some attention to your heart. We give attention to so many other things in life. Just give attention to the very thing keeping you alive. Notice the heartbeat, the rhythm. And may you live life to the rhythm of your own heart, letting your heart lead the way. Doing the heart work, not the hard work. Just feeling into that. Exercising, expressing, living from our heart, not from our hurt. Feel it, from our passion, from our love, from our knowing. The heart can be soft and gentle. It can also be militant and hardcore. It can be all. It's in perfect balance, perfect harmony. It balances all centers. Just giving thanks for this heart. And then your shoulders, notice your shoulders. Even let out a little sigh. Release the weight of the world off your shoulders. Yes, we have our responsibilities and our duties, but just releasing that from your shoulders, knowing you're doing the best that you can do. Even when we do our worst, we really try and do our best. So just notice that. Breathe into that. Release the weight of the world off your shoulders, the tension from the shoulders, from the neck. And then the throat. Release the tension from the neck, the throat, the expression. And notice the head. Yes. Notice sometimes the tension we put by overthinking it too much and underfeeling it. But also notice the full ability to look inward, to observe. Yes, we do a lot of analyzing, but analyzing is still great too. Notice greater levels of thinking, the ability to observe, the ability to witness the self, to experience the self. Notice this too. As we go beyond even your body and just connect to the witnesser, the observer, and just observe your body there right now breathing. Just become aware of the body breathing, the whole body breathing in harmony, in unity, from the tip of your toes to the top of your head, and allow this to happen for just a few more breaths. Fully in, letting go, fully in, letting go. And then take a big deep breath in, drive the energy all the way up through each center, through the root, through the tummy, through the solar plexus, through the chest, through the throat, through the top of your head, all the way up past the top of your head. And exhale. Allow the breathing to return to normal. Breathing in through your tummy. 4 seconds in. 4 to 6 seconds out. Settle in the body, settle in the mind, allowing yourself to sink further and further into the ground. Let go further and further. And it's going to allow a few moments in silence. No need to focus on the breath, just let go. Just witness, just observe, and just be for a moment. Just be. We're not a human doing, we're a human being. Just allow yourself a few moments to just be. Just be with yourself, be with your body. Just be with the silence. I'll guide you back through, back round. Just going to have 2 minutes here. To think, what's the healthiest way to express yourself? Allow that to be generated within the body. The healthiest way I could express myself, experience myself. What could it look like if I fell in love with my body, with my health? What could it feel like to move in perfect union, in harmony with the body, with the mind, with the emotions, with the energy? It's all there within you. Knowing you're in charge of your health story. You're in charge of your actions. In charge of the way in which you choose to believe around your health. And therefore, how we feel about our health. It's all there with the capacity to be able to influence it. And allow yourself to gently just wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips. Begin to even massage your face gently, just a little gentle massage on your face. Enjoy it. Some self-care for the body. Massaging here on the cheekbones, the forehead, underneath the eyes. Even gentle massage on our neck, on our shoulders, on our arms. Have a little massage or a little, just for a little rub within the body. And any other areas, open up, stretching the body, opening up the body. Take your time, bit by bit, no rush. Take your time. Slowly, slowly come back to the seated position. But if you wish, you can lay there for a few more moments and just enjoy. It's a little while. No need to rush. No need to force yourself back round. Anything you want to stretch, anything you want to open, please do so. For committing yourself to working in today, to going within. Just explore the breath a little, explore the body a little. And now is a great idea to just put at least one, but maybe 3 or more commitments you'd love to make to your health. And these might be internal commitments. You don't have to do it right this second, but it's a great idea to do it while in an elevated state or in a more introspective state. Just 3 things that you'd like to commit to. It could be an internal thing that you've realized. I want to commit to being more compassionate to myself. It could be something like that. More compassionate about the way in which I can do or what I feel I haven't been able to do, something like that. It could be something a little bit more, could be something quite practical. Could be, I want to commit more to making sure I allow 15 minutes of movement 5 times a week. It could be anything like that. Something that you've noticed that's unique to you. It could be very simple, maybe a little bit more to it if you've realized something. While you're in that space, just make 3 healthy commitments. And as I said, they don't have to be physical commitments. They can be more of an internal thing about yourself. I'll no longer say that I'm going to be mindful where I say I can't do something. Instead of that, I'm going to shift that to I'm learning to be able to do that, rather than saying to myself I can't and already quitting before I've even tried. That type of thing. Just making these little at least one, try and do 3, and if you can, even go up to 5, 10, but don't go too many. I would really suggest for most people, 3. Write more. You can write more than 3, but then pick 3 as your 3 main ones, and just try and focus on those 3, or even one really good one for the next couple of weeks, and watch what starts to shift. Sometimes it's not about having to do loads of new things or making loads of shifts. Even if we make one shift fully, this has a massive impact in our lives, rather than trying to do 100 things a little bit. So thank you this is the last one of the series. So thanks for joining this on the last one. Honestly, I know there's a small group live here right now, but everyone's been amazing. You really are such a great group of people. It's been a real pleasure delivering this for you all. I'm very interested, if possible, if you could leave a review, an honest review, or even just anything you wish to share would be fantastic if possible. I think Stella said something that there's a way of doing that through, I think it may be through emails or the Wellbeing Escapes website. I'm not sure, but if not, just email Stella it or myself. That would be fantastic if possible. And any questions, anything I can support with in any way, I'm here right now if anyone wants to share anything or ask anything. But I'm also here if you want to email me or anything like that. And if I'm honest, I'm not always the quickest at getting back, but I'll always get back. I'll always get back. and I'm always here if possible. So thanks for joining today. How did you find it, if you're willing to share?
Yeah, I found it really good. I'm often not very good at kind of completely composing and relaxing, but I found that really good. So much so that actually, when it was time to move, I felt like a log. It's just like,
Amazing.
it's actually just so unusual. So that was a really good experience for me.
Oh, I'm so pleased. Thank you for sharing. And I'm sorry to pick on you. We've got one for you now already. You said, as she said, I'm often not very good at learning to relax and let go. Oh, great. So we've got one already. So we can change this straight away, change this health story, which is I'm learning ways that suit me to relax deeper, which is great. So it's because, yeah, which is a nicer way, because often, I don't know about you, me too. Sometimes some techniques just don't really work for me too much. It's difficult to get to that space and be able to switch off from my busy mind and things going on, where other ways work. So there's already a shift. I'm learning ways that I enjoy that allow me to switch off and rest within my body. There's one. So I'm using it as an example because that's how easily it comes in. How
Yeah,
easily, subtle little things. We don't realize. I do it too. So I love when people can catch me out. I'm not saying it in a patronizing way. I'm saying it's just so fantastic to when we catch it, if we can be aware and catch these little things. It's not changing it to something that's a lie. As you noticed then, there's no need to lie and go, I find it really easy to relax and switch off. That would be changing a belief that's not necessarily feels truthful yet. But what is truthful is I'm discovering and finding new ways that's supporting me to be able to relax more.
yeah,
And then it just like anything, it's a skill. Everything's just, the inner work's just the same as that work. It's a skill, right? Someone
yeah,
might go, I'm not very good at press ups. Well, if you practice press ups, you get a little bit stronger at them. But already going, I'm just not good at them. That's not going to be the best starting point. Whereas more go, I'm learning to get stronger at press ups, or I'm becoming stronger. I'm focused on press ups to begin to improve this, as it was one of my weaknesses.
yeah,
Maybe someone can say, no, that's still okay. But it takes the initial barrier away, because often we put a barrier. I know I did for a very long time, especially about breathwork meditation. There was some kind of barrier, like, oh, I'm just an active person. I do better through active stuff. I meditate through my exercise, which I was doing, but like I didn't like stillness. So I'd always put this barrier. I'm just someone who doesn't like stillness. Well, the moment I identify as I'm someone who doesn't like stillness then becomes very difficult, right? Because I identify with it, and now it becomes my identity. Whereas I go, if it's not my identity and it's just something I'm getting better at, now it's something that opens the doors for me. It's the same as with a habit. If we've got a certain habit, and I'm someone, if I identify so much with that habit, so then it's very challenging to change it because I'm identified as it. So it could even be something like alcohol. If I identify with, I'm someone who has to drink alcohol. Like I'm someone who drinks alcohol all the time. I just do. I identify as it. If I identify as that now, it's much difficult to when I don't want to drink it. So if I go, I'm not going to drink alcohol for 2 weeks, but I'm identified as someone who does drink it every weekend, it's very difficult those 2 weeks because I'm
yeah,
identified as it, right? Whereas if I'm not identified but I do it, it's okay to be like, oh, I like to drink it. I'm not someone who has to drink it. Now it's a completely different attitude. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, that's not just to you. That was more for us and myself included. This is great ways that we can look at things and catch ourselves out. See if we can catch ourselves. I as much as I said, write down now, even through the week, if you start to do something, catch yourself out. Maybe you're going to start a class, even a YouTube video or something you're doing, and you notice what kind of attitude you have around it, and then notice how you could potentially shift it to be in a way that serves you more. So that's just something to think about for this session. Hopefully that helps. But thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else want to share before we finish up for today? Any other sharings, or we feeling zen out and relaxed, and you can share after if you want to. No, no problem. Oh,
I enjoyed it, Jordan. It was good, but I was a bit distracted, so I'm going to do it again on the recording.
Okay, nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Cool. So of course, sometimes we're in a home, things can go on. There's going to be certain distractions. So the key is again, do it again, which is perfect. And then what's also nice is bringing to a place, not necessarily now, because it's the first time when we're practicing doing something, we want to create this, the setting for it. It helps. The environment and the setting helps. Subtle things where we're not distracted.
Yeah.
And then the key is to get to a place where even if there is these distractions, where we're able to use them actually to go further within. We actually use them.
I couldn't today. I have a painter doing the windows, and he just popped up.
Yeah, come in. Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. That's different. Exactly, I get it. That's not what I mean. So in your case, no. In your case, someone's coming in, they're getting you up. What are you going to do? You do it again, which is so you can go deeper into it. Of course, I get it.
You must think I'm some crazy woman. Anyway, but I'll do it again, and I did enjoy it. So.
Fantastic, good. When you do it again, let me know how you find it. I'm interested in hearing. So yeah, thank you everybody, and have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great week. I hope you felt the whole course has been beneficial and you've enjoyed it. And yes, if possible, we'd love to hear honest feedback, not just some feedback, and yeah, just your honest feedback and sharings of how you found it and what you felt you got from it, or anything like that. And then even just private message in any way, any questions or anything you want, I'm here. So lovely to meet some of you fresh faces, and also see some that I've seen on the weekend, but to see regularly weekly, it's been nice to see. So lots of love, and take care. Have a great week. Bye.